Word up. The planes are doing their loops today, so I just felt a little bit off kind of all day because you can't really focus when the ground's shaking and everything. But yeah, I just recorded like a coffee talk thing. I'm gonna force myself to put out one every day. It was totally out of focus. That's why this thing's called Out of Focus. Because today I just feel out of focus. Part of it's probably the planes and the but my ears doing some weird stuff, and a lot of stuff is imbalanced right now in my body, and so I'm just searching for a space to find that peace to hopefully try to balance that out. And I might have to drive into town and get stuff because the earwax is crazy, so everything feels off. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff is resurfacing from my childhood, and it's causing me to realize, like, I've been making pushes my whole life. I live basically in the national park, and I don't think that these planes flying over like this is healthy for the natural happenings, like the animals. The cat just ran by at 100 miles an hour. Who knows what the chicken that fled the coop is doing, but she's probably freaking out right now. But anyways, yeah, I'm just conscious that it's time to make a shift and a change. So here's a little video about that, and it's out of focus, but that's what we'll call it, out of focus. And let's try to start to focus on what's important, which truthfully is just nurturing your heart and love, and understanding you got to go through the gnarly stuff, but just being aware that love will always overrule that, or kindness. It can't support itself, the negativity anymore, and like just the darkness that we're experiencing. It's just time for it to end. This is not a healthy world that we're living in right now, and I think it's up to all of us to show our superpowers. And for me, it's the making the art and just being honest. So yeah, we're gonna put everything we have into it, and try to conjure up some pure joy from the heart, the good stuff. So thank you. Okay, so the battery's fully about to die. Oh man, I'm just gonna be fully honest. My ear's infected, my testicle is swollen, I'm overwhelmed, exhausted, I feel abandoned. I'm in the wilderness. I've been dealing with the cat who got in a fight with a skunk twice. His arm's finally healing. We got a couple chickens. Blanche flew the coop. It's been... Oh, there's the cat. He's going to eat some of his food. I've hit this point where I just understand that I need to make a complete shift. I'm facing my past like more than ever, understanding that my family's never going to be here for me emotionally, lovingly, unconditionally. And it's time I start my life over again and just absolutely let go of all that I experienced and know that it made me who I am. But I am not of that. I'm not of the demonic... I don't know what's inside my dad, but it's the opposite of love, and I feel for him. That he could have such a beautiful child and just abandon that child at such a young age and never even care, check in. And I know there's a lot of us that have gone through this and that are going through this. And for my mom, the manipulative behavior and control makes sense now of this programming, the codependency. And if she had control over me, I would never break free to become what I could be, which is amazing, which I've always known my whole life. So all these things finally make sense, and that's the reason why I believe I was put on disability, or at least tricked into finally signing for it, where it had taken years for me to even come close to even thinking of signing about it. And at the time I was making more money making wedding videos than I've ever made in my life. So after watching what's going on in the surf world, surfing makes me happier than anything. I got to surf a couple days at a wave I've never surfed up here, and it was firing. It was awesome. And I felt that joy that I felt the first time I caught a boogie board wave at Black's Beach when my mom and dad took me to a nude beach when I was 12, and it wasn't to go surfing, it was to go to the nude beach. And the first place I ever felt safe was when I caught that wave. And that was the beginning of my connection to the salt water and where I really truly feel at peace. So seeing what's going on with the surf industry and how bad it is, I'm just at this point where I'm like, okay, it's time to really make art and just go all the way in. Whatever, I need to start building trust and community, and some of the things that have hindered me from my childhood, I'm conscious of them now, and I've been working on them for 35 years now, and it's time to re-immerse myself in whatever shape it takes, but just pour my whole heart into creating art. And the homestead's amazing. I love everything about it, but if you don't have anything to share, if you can't share it with anybody, it's kind of an empty feeling, and it becomes really overwhelming. And dealing with the amount of chores, it's just, I don't even get to surf anymore. So to the point that this summer should be finished here, to where I can just leave and maybe go try new work, and maybe finally really get over my fear and go work with Dane and Ventura, and help out with some of the Chapter 11 stuff, or maybe former, and just really start to invest in myself to help invest in all of us, So I'm going to try and do these things every day. I'm going to make one of these little videos every day, and then I'll post the movies and the videos that I make. I shot a bunch of funny stuff and good stuff. My back went out, couldn't walk. All these things piled up, and I went to the doctor, and we decided that it was good I didn't do the procedure from what happened to me when I had the MRSA with the antibiotics. But man, I need to go take a shower. I got the wood stove cranking because it's warm in here and it's freezing outside, so I'm gonna go take a shower, try to get some of this out of my ear, and I just want to say thank you to the people that are supportive, and just, yeah, I'm gonna make a real push. This isn't an external thing, this is fully from the inside telling me it's time to just barf out as much art as I can, because I'm able to do it. So if I do what's pure and true to me, maybe that'll help me to finally find safety and some kind of reassurance in this world where I struggle with money and the greed that's behind it and the trickery that's involved in it, and I just don't trust anything that has to do with money. And so this is me having to reintegrate into society. So here we go. Thanks for watching. Watch all the videos 100,000 times, because we're at 999 subscribers, and I'm super far off on the watch hours. I have to get to 4,000, and I think we're at 700. And then YouTube would pay me, but I just not sure if that's the route I want to go. It doesn't seem very consistent, and so I'll just keep putting out stuff, and we'll see where this road takes us. So have a good day, go surfing, go do whatever brings you joy, and the hard stuff too, and take care of yourself. That's what we need to do, is start taking care of ourselves and others, and we got this. Alright, there's the ramble. Later.